Okay, jeez.
Whatever she's done to me, she is my biological mother. That must mean something to her.
Yeah, that doesn't mean shit.
Even though Helena's my mother, she clearly has little empathy for me. Pleading may be pointless, but maybe she'll respond to anger.
I don't know if she'd respond to anger, but I feel like this is the more appropriate decision.
Open this up right now. Let me go. Let me out, or I swear I'll...
Calm down. Getting upset won't help you or your father. After we're done, you can leave. You and Gabrielle. That was the deal.
Done with what?
The culmination of 30 years of research. My life's work. Rebooting the world.
What?
That sounds real bad.
I will explain, and hopefully you'll understand. But first, I do need you to calm down and be rational. Nothing good will come from panicking.
Calm down. She's right. There's no point fighting this. Not yet. All I can do is breathe.
So, I do think it is pointless to tell someone to calm down. I think that's never the correct call. But at the same time, it sounds like she's going to explain to us the plot of the game, so I would like to get to that point.
That's better. Deep breath, Zoe. Now listen to me. For the past year and a half, you've been in a coma inside Jiva's labs in Mumbai. You've been dreaming.
No, that's not possible.
Hold on, I'm not saying it's all been a dream. Everything you've experienced has been real. That's what's so amazing and exciting, Zoe. While you were dreaming, you projected a physical binary of yourself into the waking world. Think of it like entangled particles. One copy here in my lab, and one in Europolis. You dreamed yourself a new life in Propast, and it came to be as real as anything.
But why?
2 reasons. Misdirection, to keep Wadi Corp off our backs, and more importantly, to trigger your memories and activate your latent powers. We needed you to return to that parallel otherworld, to find and absorb a primal source of dreaming energy, to fulfill your potential.
Lux, are you there?
You have a unique skill. You must have realized this by now. You can reshape reality.
I'm a dreamer.
There have always been stories of those born with the power to change the world, but I couldn't wait around for that to happen, so your father and I made you.
How's Gabrielle involved? What did he do?
I mean, probably the normal stuff, right?
They were married. Of course they made me. What does she mean?
My father.
We were partners, and you were the first experiment, our first creation. We designed you, the first manufactured dreamer. You were born in this lab. There were other experiments, half-sisters. Faith, of course, the final girl. She was a mistake.
Oh, yikes.
And you met Hannah not so long ago. She was the second experiment, after you. You were drawn to each other, and she was drawn here, to Gana, to the
Who was
dreams.
Hope?
I know she's in Mumbai, but she's not strong enough to affect anything. She poses no threat. None of them worked out, not the way we intended. And I didn't think you would either. So I let your father take you away when you were a toddler. He cared so much about you, he was willing to give up everything, his life, his career. Me? How could I say no? It wasn't until you connected to a dream machine that I realized your powers were there, only latent. That's why I put you in a coma and brought you back here. I did it to protect you. If I hadn't, Wadi would have taken you. Your father had no choice but to come along. He did what he had to do to keep you safe. We both did. We saved your life, Zoe. And we made a deal. Gabrielle would help me finish what we'd begun. We'd be partners again. And then, afterwards, he could take you home. I'd leave you alone. The deal still stands, once we finish changing the world.
Yeah, like, will the world still exist?
Helena is clearly unstable.
I mean, she doesn't really sound unstable.
Did she just say what I think she said?
But yeah, I'd like more clarification on this, please.
Changing what?
Changing everything. For the better. I need you to understand this. We're going to remake the world. You and I.
How?
I don't have time to go into details, but there's a place we go when we dream.
Story time.
Different cultures have different names for it. The Aranda people of Australia call it dream time. Think of it as the initial state of all matter and energy in every possible universe. The blueprint. All realities originated in this initial state, and they remain entangled, evolving, one universe affecting another. Wave energies are fueled by dreams. Particles in our world are entangled with particles in Arcadia because they were created together in story time. Gana has the power to change the wave field, and thus the observable universe through dreams.
What about my friends in Propast? What about Reza? Were they just dreams?
Probably not. It sounds like they're real.
How does Arcadia fit into the puzzle? If that wasn't a dream, then what is it? Wati, the dream machine. They must somehow be connected to Helena and Jiva.
Yeah, that's I'm more curious about. Because, like, I kind of, like, Arcadia existed. Maybe Zoe doesn't know the plot there about how it was split from Stark, but, we do.
So what's Waticorp's role in this?
Wadi funded us, funded the development of the Dream Machine. We needed to collect and store dream energy. The Dream Machine facilitated that. They thought we were working for them, not the other way around. Wadi just wanted brainwashed consumers. They wanted to sell their silly toy to billions and rule over a virtual world. They have no imagination.
And Arcadia?
One of many worlds spawned from dreams. A world of... I'm a scientist. I don't understand magic. It's chaotic, complex, and unpredictable. Magic is dangerous, and it has no place in a rational universe. But we needed it. We had to bridge the divide in order to store these vast quantities of dream energy.
Wait, did
We
Helena
put
Chang
things in
invent
motion
fantasy
to return you
racism?
to Arcadia, but you did most of the work yourself. Of course, we had help on the other side, a partner, but he didn't. You did it on your own, Zoe. You were compelled to connect with the primal force that inhabited the initial state before this universe. That was only possible by crossing the divide. Something called you there. Some force guided you. I don't know how to quantify it or explain it, but you succeeded. You absorbed the energy, and it didn't kill you. You got stronger. Strong enough to wake up and break out sooner than anticipated, but the timing ended up being perfect. You've reached your full potential. You're finally ready to interface with Gana.
If I dreamed myself into Europolis, what about Reza? My friends? Were they...
Dreams? No, you don't understand. They're real. All of it was real, Zoe. You were there in Propast, a physical projection walking amongst real people. A three-dimensional copy made flesh using the power of dreams. And they never realized. Well, at least most of them didn't. I sent someone to protect you in case anything went wrong. It's a good thing I did, too. Things spun out of control. Falk Friedman saved your life.
Thanks, man.
As for Reza, it's more complicated. He's been an unwitting agent of Wati. His reckless investigations caught their attention. They needed to manipulate the press, and they wanted to keep an eye on you. He was an easy tool, so they brainwashed him.
Oh dear.
We'll fix Reza, I promise.
Okay. So at the end of Dreamfall, when like Zoe's looking down on her like comaed corpse, and her dad and Reza are there, and she says something like, "Dad, that's not Reza." And I guess that's supposed to answer that, like he actually at that point was like a brainwashed something of Wadi Corp. I don't know, that seemed really thrown in, but I guess people would be mad if they didn't address it at all.
She's mentioned Gana several times now. It sounds important. And familiar.
Gana?
Meet Gana. It took me decades to design and build her. She spans dimensions, taps into the dream energies. She's quite the thing. But she's actually not the first. Wadi had the prototype. They used her to operate the beta version of DreamNet. After she was destroyed, we built Gana 2. She operates the version of DreamNet currently processing and recording the dreams of hundreds of millions of Dream Machine users. And now, we're reversing the process. With you as the conduit, connecting quantum fields, connecting dreamtime with reality, Gana will begin to alter our observable universe. Don't look so worried, Zoe. You won't need to do anything. She knows what to do. I've programmed her, and my template will guide her.
How exactly
Together,
do you
you'll
want
make a better
to
world.
reform the world?
A world without sickness or death. A world without superstition, intolerance. A world where everyone's equal, where justice and compassion will prevail. A world not ruled by corporations or religions, but by science and logic, by rational thought. A better world.
She's waiting for me to respond. I think she needs me to understand. If I don't say anything, I need to stall for time. Keep her talking until I can figure out a way to open this pod.
So trying to figure out what will make her... I don't think she will end this conversation if I keep talking.
How will you accomplish all of this?
I know you have more questions, but we need to get started before those goons break down the doors and ruin everything.
Helena, wait.
Here we go.
Maybe I picked the wrong thing. Oh? I saw that goal. Crow!
Crow?
Are you okay?
Crow, is that you?
I think so. I'm supposed to show you something.
What?
Are you
Why?
okay?
What are you doing here? And where is here?
I don't know. I don't even know how I got here. I'm a bit. I don't feel right.
I don't
I'm not
think
sure what
Crow's okay.
happened, and I'm not sure I'm all here, if that makes sense.
No.
No. Yeah, no. I can see how that makes no sense.
What are you supposed to show me?
Oh, I almost forgot. So the ghost in the machine told me to do this thing. This one last thing. The ghost said that this has been my destiny all along. I don't expect you'll know what I'm talking about.
Crow, I don't even know where this is. A minute ago, I was inside a pod in a lab, and now...
We're inside the quantum weave that makes all the stories. This is reality's blueprint. How did I know that? What does quantum mean? What's a blueprint?
Well, that explains everything.
That was sarcasm. I detect sarcasm.
This ghost in the machine, who was it?
No idea. I remember nothing before meeting you here, aside from a ghost telling me to show you what I'm about to show you. And I don't even know what that is.
Show me what? There's nothing here.
Let's go find it.
Huh.
Does this look at all familiar to you?
It looks like a monastery.
There you go. Maybe that's it.
That doesn't really help. Hey, that looks like a diary.
Crow.
It's a handwritten letter.
I don't think Crow wants to be dead.
I am at the crossroads between waking and dream. One path leads back to the world I left behind. The other path leads to a place of shadows. Between the familiar and the unknown, between certainty and doubt. My choice would seem obvious. Any sane man would turn around, return to the world he knows, forget what he has learned, and live his life in blissful ignorance. But in truth, it is too late. My choice was made many years ago, when I first embarked on this journey. I cannot turn back. I am at a crossroads. But for me, there is only one path. I leave behind these words in the hope that someday they will serve as a map for someone else. To whomever reads this, Godspeed on your journey. If you ever decide to follow in my footsteps, look me up.
What the fuck happened to Brian?
Brian Westhouse.
Brian Westhouse? Our Westhouse?
The plot thickens.
Thickens or just getting more muddled? I don't know what this is supposed to tell us.
I don't either.
That Westhouse is involved?
There's that, I guess.
Come on, there's more.
Like,
We're ready, traveler. Your journey is about to begin.
that was very spooky.
I've seen stuff like that in films, but never in real life. This looks like a Buddhist temple.
The ritual is ready. Step onto the dais, traveler.
This is very spooky.
Okay, so what just happened?
Portals. They're all over the place. Let's follow him.
Through the... Wait! This is the story time.
You know this place?
I remember. I was here. For a long time. It's the place between. I didn't want to wake up and they needed me. The people who were dreaming. They were sick. I tried to help them.
Uh-huh. Interesting. But we need to see what's going on. I'm supposed to show you this.
What are you doing here? You cannot be here. It will find you.
I don't... Where am I? What is this place?
How did you get here? Go back the way you came, quickly. You cannot stay.
I don't know how to go.
It is here. What have you done? What have you done?
What do you mean? What?
The undreaming.
God. What is that? No. No. No.
Well, that's bad.
What is that terrifying thing?
That's the undreaming. I know it is. I feel it.
Well, that's going to give me nightmares for a long, long time.
The undreaming entered Westhouse.
See? I was right
Sure
not to trust
did.
him.
Was he looking for it? Is that why he came here? Or was it an accident?
I guess that's what you're supposed to figure out. Come on, we have more places to visit.
Oh man, is the prophet Brian? Yeah. Huh. Kind of hard to recognize without glasses, but like that was Brian, right? That was the only thing that would make any narrative sense there. Whew, boy. Interlude 4, eh? Oh. Goodness. We're an angsty adult now.
Home sweet home. The house feels strangely quiet. It must be, what, a year since I last visited? And who knows how long it's been for the house. Could be a day, could be decades. Balance. I need to get moving. There's not much time until the songlines align. Let's see. Elixir, a good rope, a spatula. Chop chop saga.
She sounds a lot like April. Yeah, I guess there is a thing here. Window.
I barely remember her. And I barely think about her anymore. It was time to let go. I'm not sure what to do with the place. It's not like I can put it on the open market. Transdimensional domicile for sale. Fully furnished. Beware, temporal shifts and transdimensional tears.
Tears? I think that was supposed to be tears. But maybe that was a pun.
Oh, I was a handful back then. It's a miracle Papa didn't lock me in my room. Not that it would have done much good. Paths and portals everywhere. I devoured those books when I was younger. It was all I had of the outside world. My books, and Uncle Galeth. But he was careful not to say too much. He knew I was too curious. I put away most of their stuff when Papa left. What's the point in keeping things around? It's not like they're ever coming back. I don't know if I like it. I got pretty good, to be honest, and it comes in handy. There's not that many people who can create songlines. I'll move those out of here, someday. They were happy here, for a brief time. And then... attachments are risky. Especially when you live like we did, adrift between worlds. You just have to accept the risk. I don't think I'm ever moving back. Maybe in my twilight years? No. There are better places, warmer places. Where is that supposed to be again? It makes me a bit anxious to look at it, like poking a wound that hasn't quite healed. Mama was beautiful. I guess I got my looks from Papa.
Wow, rude. So is... like... did we actually never come back? Like...
When was the last time I listened to that? I must have been, what, 16 or 17? I was able to tune into the weirdest stuff from all over the multiverse. It stopped working years ago, and I don't know anyone who can repair that. I'm out of the elixir. Okay, I knew that. No worries, Saga, this is all part of the plan. I'm fairly certain the recipe's in the compendium. There should be enough time to prepare a bottle. Prophecies can't be wrong, can they? No. Right?
Okay.
I barely remember her. And Papa was so worried about the cracks reopening, he checked the wall every day for decades. I put away most of their stuff when Papa left. What's the point in keeping things around? It's not like they're ever coming back. I'm not sure I like that reminder. She haunted us for so long, and her ghost took Papa away from me. I'm not a writer. I can play, I can paint, but I didn't inherit her talents. I'm not sure what to do with the place. It's not like I can put it on the open market. I don't think I'm ever moving back.
It's not the comfy
Maybe
chair anymore.
I think I know most of them by heart still. I didn't have a lot of choices back then. I devoured those books when I... Did Papa change this before he left? I think it's pointing to the same place still. I'm not sure what to do with the place. Mama was beautiful. I guess I got my looks from Papa. I'll move those out of here someday. Mama and Papa in better days. Rope check. I put away most of their stuff when Papa left.
Okay, I get it.
What's the point in keeping things around? It's not all those years wanting to walk out that door, pass through the turnstiles, and never come back. It's been so quiet up here since Papa left. There's nothing I need in there.
We did not model this room.
Much as I want to, I can't just wander down random paths today. I have prophecies to fulfill. I thought Papa got rid of Hugsy. Did he find his way back? It wouldn't surprise me. Too many memories. Was I happy here? I was basically a prisoner, but I guess I didn't know any better.
So where can I find a compendium?
Spatula? Check.
Oh, apologies.
The Hidden World of the Herbal Alchemist, a compendium of curious cordials, Volume 1. The sequels were garbage. Let's see. Elixir of extraordinary extra-human strength, elixir of multiple consecutive climaxes, elixir of selective remembrance.
Why are you saying elixir? It's elixir. It's not a weird word.
There. Elixir of delayed onset of mortality. That's the one. Keep ticking after you've taken a licking. Page 108. Dried blood bog blossoms, leaf of void oak, boiled in strong liquor. Those things should be easy enough to find around here. Ready for elixir making.
So, blood bog blossoms, void oak leaves, and booze. I feel like you should be able to just find booze in, like, the cabinet, you know? Is the screen glitching out the
I'll
game?
move those out of here someday. Best wine I ever had. There were no grapes in that world, but the berries they used, absolutely sublime.
Not bog related.
Shepherd's heart. A powerful herb, but not what I need today.
And why can I take it?
If I was making a broth to cure path sickness, sure. Delaying death? Not so useful. Isn't the house supposed to take care of all living things inside it? I didn't know I had to water the flowers. Oh, but wait, maybe... Dried blood bog blossoms. Check.
Void oak leaves and booze.
I'm not a writer. It was Mama's. But there's nothing of her left here now, just things. Jade green baijiu. High-grade stuff, too. I'd almost forgotten about this little bottle of liquor. This should be more than good enough. Like sex in a bottle, with no emotional mess to clean up afterwards. Only wine stains.
I feel like you're having the wrong kind of sex.
Great wine, but not enough alcohol for my purposes. Also, boiling this would be sacrilege.
So, dried void oak leaves. Those sure are some leaves.
What a mess. But there should be void oak leaves here. Leaf of void oak. Nice and dry. I think that's it. That wasn't too bad. And there's still time on the clock. Time to boil up some elixir.
You know, you make a good point that maybe we'll do this in the next video.